What's up, you guys? And we are back to back weeks of the residential market update here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It has dropped February 2023's data, and today we'll be jumping into looking at the past 3 months, December, January, and February. If you did not check out the previous video, it is actually pretty shocking. There were only about 700 homes sold in the month of January that closed, and that is historically low. So hopefully in February's we'll be able to see if that has increased just based on the winter season. So let's jump into the data now. So in December 2022, we saw 973 actually closed listings. That dropped down to an all-time low, 698. That's 700 homes closed in 1 month. That is all-time lows and really, really bad. Jump back up in February to 888. So that's a healthy jump up, but still anything under 1,000 homes closed is pretty irregular. Same thing for the pending listings, 800, 1,100, then a little over 1,000. So on the trajectory that we're seeing, especially with the interest rates rising, we should probably see about 800 homes sold again. So we are really seeing a big slowdown when it comes to homes. New listings 900 to 1,200 to then a little over 1,100. So that's on a healthy trajectory, but still there's supply and demand issues just because skipping forward, we're still hovering a little under 2 months worth of inventory. So next is the average list price. Average list price, 290, 287, 286. So not that big of a jump down, but the average sale price also 285, 282, and then 281. So we actually saw an uptick in the average percent of sell price to list price. So it seems like that real estate agents are understanding the market dynamics and getting things a little bit better. Still, definitely not a seller's market or a buyer's market, excuse me. Same thing for average days left on inventory or market to sell, 28, 35, and then 37. Not that big of an increase there. Just the drastic 28 to 35 is pretty drastic, and then 35 to 37 is this increase. The end month supply of inventory still remains about the same, 0.84, 1.84, 1.85, and then 1.88. So we're still struggling to see anything above 2 months worth of inventory. And that is still imbalanced when it comes to supply and demand. But as we're seeing the uptick of the list price to the sale price, and then of course, things are still sitting on the market a little bit longer too. So really interesting update to February. It has really slowed down. Has it shifted to a buyer's market? Definitely not. Has it shifted to a seller's market? It has definitely slowed down. And so, this is kind of a weird in between that we're having. So we're filming this in the month of March, and the Fed has not met yet. Sentiment includes that they think the interest rates will rise 0.25. But then, of course, with the sentiment of consumers and people in the banking system, with SVB banking and some other of these, cryptocurrency, venture capitalist type banks failing, it is really kind of risky to see what the consumer sentiment is. So kind of this weird in between looking at the past data and then trying to predict the future. If you're a buyer or a seller here in Tulsa, there's limited inventory. That means that if you're priced correctly as a seller, your home is going to sell, even with the limited amount of people actually looking to purchase. Now, if you're a buyer, it's still really hard to find good deals. But, if you find something that has been sitting on the market 30, 40, 50 days, you can be pretty aggressive. It's not like it used to be where you had to be the first one in the door and then you had to offer first and above asking and waive all these different things. You can get some of the, quote unquote rights back as a buyer. So I hope you enjoyed that market update. Still a little troubling when it comes to the amount of homes sold and just things moving around. The Fed has really pumped the brakes, increased the interest rates pretty drastically, and it's working. People are not buying things. Obviously, the sellers are not really listing either, so it's kind of a chicken and egg kind of thing too. But if you would like regular updates, I encourage you to subscribe, like, and share. And then also, I'm an industrial real estate investor. So if you want to invest passively in real estate here in the Tulsa area, join my newsletter. It's going to be linked down below, and you can have access to exclusive deals. Thank you.